It's one of the most common pieces of interview advice floating around. Ask about growth opportunities. Show them you're genuinely interested and ambitious. But in reality, that advice backfires, especially if the job posting makes no mention of advancement or your personal professional development. So, unless the company explicitly states that upward mobility is part of their benefits package to you, asking about it during an interview will do you more harm than good. My name is Natasha, and I entered into the United Nations system in 2012 to perform communication functions on humanitarian and human rights issues. Since 2022, I've written books, courses, and content on how you too can apply for high profile jobs and ace the toughest, most intimidating interviews at the national and international levels. I'm here to help you rise on your career ladder through my brand Amadeo. So if you like what you see, subscribe and share to help this channel grow. Now, let's get into it. Here's why this question is essentially a ticking time bomb. Not every position offered is designed with the intention of growth for the one who is hired in it. Some roles exist because a specific ongoing need must be met for that specific time. And these roles are often administrative in nature, but it's not exclusive. The hiring manager may simply be looking for someone who will own that job and stay in it, not someone who, once hired, is already planning their exit strategy. And while the company may appreciate drive in the abstract sense, in reality, they don't want to feel like they're getting a temporary hire or that they're just some kind of stepping stone to the next best thing or offer to that new hiree. Therefore, when you ask about growth without even being prompted, you run the risk of sending all the wrong signals. You may come across as someone who is less interested in the role being offered and more focused on what comes after it. This can suggest that you're using them and this position as a launching pad for yourself, completely self interested and not at all concerned about what that team's needs are for that time. Whether or not that's true, it doesn't matter. What matters is the impression and the perception that you are giving to the hiring managers and the interview panel. And in a competitive interview, perception is everything. Let's say that you were invited to interview. That means the hiring manager already saw potential in your application. They want you, but they also want 2 or 3 other yous, and they cannot take everyone. So, of the yous out there, who is the least desirable in the lot? Who can we, the hiring team, do away with without regret? Who presents greater risks? Who may leave us too soon? Who may not feel as though they'll get what they want when they want it with what we have, as the hiring team, have to offer them now? Who shows dissatisfaction? Just a glance of dissatisfaction already at this stage. Don't portray that impression by making it seem as if the job they are hiring for is beneath you or just a temporary checkpoint. So instead, focus on showing that you are genuinely interested and invested in the position offered at hand as it stands. Demonstrate that you understand the current responsibilities and are prepared to bring value, consistency, and long term reliability to that role. That doesn't mean that you can't ever talk about growth after you sign the contract. Timing and context is everything. If the job posting explicitly mentions opportunities for advancement, or if the interviewer brings it up themselves, then it becomes appropriate to follow up with curiosity and questions. In that case, when you're asked what I call the dreaded question, do you have any questions for us? Then you can then respond with something like, I saw in the job description that there are opportunities for growth. Could you share a bit more about what that looks like in this role? Or what is your team's long term vision for the person that you want to hire? That kind of question is key because it is grounded in what the company has already displayed in the job description, and you're not imposing your own career path and personal goals into their job post. Instead, you're responding to what they already carved out and what needs they have that need fulfilling. This is called playing it smart. Don't screw yourself over by looking like you are just trying to get your foot in the door, or you're a careerist, or that you expect to leave the job if you don't get to rise and advance at a pace that you want. Don't present yourself as a hiring risk. Focus on what the role needs and how your experience lines up with that need. Highlight results you've delivered in similar positions and let your long term reliability speak louder than your ambitions. There will be time to grow in the company if that is what you want, and only if you get hired. Just make sure you don't talk yourself out of the job before you've even landed it. Learn more tricks of the trade for your career development and progression by subscribing to Amadeo's YouTube channel. You'll get expert support on your resume, your cover letters, and interview strategies. On the official website, you can view Amadeo's past clients' resumes, download free templates, and access the blog on the latest tips and trends for job hunting in today's world. Learn more about rising in your career, acing interviews, and speaking confidently and professionally without hesitation. All the details are in the description box. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to help this channel grow more. And I'll see you next time with new, unique tips and informative content on getting well paid jobs and rising on your career ladder.